fought every day to get out from under the weight of the Yellowstone. I've lost my teammates.
The Y Marshals trailer just dropped, and I think Monica Dutton is dead. Let me show you the evidence everyone's missing. Listen, the internet is exploding right now. The Y Marshals trailer hit yesterday. Yellowstone fans are losing their minds. And there's one massive detail that CBS isn't talking about. Stay until the end, because this grave scene changes everything we thought we knew about Casey's future. Okay, for anyone who just finished Yellowstone and thought Casey finally got his happy ending, hold that thought. We all watched Casey sell the Yellowstone ranch to Thomas Rainwater for $125 an acre, keeping just East Camp for himself, Monica, and Tate. The man finally escaped the Dutton family curse, right? He was done with the violence, done with the killing, done with being the family's weapon. He rode off into the sunset with his wife and son, ready to live that peaceful life he'd been fighting for since season 1. Well, CBS just released the first extended trailer for Y Marshals, the Kayce Dutton spinoff premiering March 1st on CBS, and guys, that peaceful ending? Yeah, it might have lasted about 5 minutes. Let me show you what's got everyone spiraling. The trailer opens with Casey at what looks like East Camp, the small piece of land he kept for his family. He's standing at a fresh grave, not the Dutton family cemetery that's now on reservation land. This is a different location, a new burial site. And here's what Casey says in voiceover. I fought every day to get out from under the weight of the Yellowstone. I've lost my teammates, my parents, even my brothers. I know that sometimes good men have to do bad things, but I'm trying to find a new beginning. Now, read that again slowly. Teammates, parents, brothers. You notice who's not on that list? His wife. But here's the thing. He's standing at a fresh grave while saying this. This isn't an old memorial. This isn't him visiting his parents' graves. This grave looks recent. The dirt is fresh, and the camera lingers on it for a reason. So the question becomes, whose grave is this? And why is Monica nowhere to be seen in this entire trailer? Here's where this gets really suspicious. Kelsey Asbille, who played Monica Dutton for all 5 seasons of Yellowstone, is completely absent from the Y Marshals cast list. Not a series regular, not a guest star, not even mentioned in any of the promotional material. But you know who is confirmed? Brecken Merrill as Tate, Gil Birmingham as Thomas Rainwater, Mo Brings Plenty as Mo. All the Yellowstone characters Casey was close to. They're back, except Monica. The official logline says Casey has to balance family, duty, and the high psychological cost of being a U.S. Marshal. Family. But which family? We see Tate suited up as a marshal alongside his dad. We see Rainwater giving Casey advice. But Monica? Complete radio silence. And here's what's making fans lose it. In every piece of footage released so far, Casey is wearing his wedding ring. You can see it clearly in multiple shots. So he's either still married or he's mourning someone. Now, let me ask you something. If Monica just left Casey or they got divorced, would CBS be this secretive about it? Would they frame the entire trailer around loss and grief? Would Casey be visiting a fresh grave while talking about people he's lost? No. This isn't a divorce story. This is something much darker. Let's connect the dots here because the evidence is stacking up. Evidence number 1, the grave location. This isn't the Dutton family cemetery. When Casey sold the ranch to Rainwater, that cemetery stayed with the reservation land. But this grave, it's at East Camp, the land Casey kept. Why would he bury someone there unless it was deeply personal? Evidence number 2, Casey's transformation. The man we see in this trailer is dark. He's back in tactical gear, leading a team of U.S. Marshals, hunting cartels and gangs. This is the same guy who spent 5 seasons trying to escape violence. What would push him back into that world? The death of his wife would do it. Evidence number 3, Kelsey Asbille's complete absence. CBS announced the casting months ago. They've released multiple teasers. Kelsey Asbille's name has never come up. Her IMDb shows 2 upcoming projects. Neither are Yellowstone related. If she was negotiating or planning a surprise return, there'd be hints. There's nothing. Evidence number 4, the wedding ring. He's still wearing it. That's not a man who moved on. That's a man who lost someone. Evidence number 5, Taylor Sheridan's pattern. Let's be real. Taylor Sheridan loves tragedy. Elsa Dutton died in 1883. John Dutton III was murdered. The Dutton family is cursed. Do we really think Monica was going to survive? Now, here's where it gets interesting. How much time has passed between Yellowstone's finale and Y Marshals? Tate looks significantly older in the trailer. In Yellowstone's finale, he was a teenager. In Y Marshals, he suited up as a full U.S. Marshal alongside his father. That's easily a 5 to 7 year time jump, maybe more. Think about what that means. Monica could have died years ago in this timeline. Kayce could have been processing this grief off-screen, raising Tate alone, and then deciding to join the Marshals as a way to channel his pain into something productive. Or, and this is even darker, what if Monica died because of the Dutton family's past catching up to them? What if selling the ranch didn't end the cycle of violence? What if someone came after Kayce's family anyway? Okay, let me throw out some alternative theories before you come at me in the comments. Theory 1, Monica left. Maybe she couldn't handle being a Dutton anymore and just left. But here's the problem. That doesn't explain the grave scene, and it doesn't explain why CBS would be so secretive about it. Theory 2, witness protection. What if Monica had to disappear for safety reasons? The Dutton family committed a lot of crimes. Maybe she's in hiding. But again, that doesn't match the grief we're seeing from Kayce. Theory 3, she's alive but limited role. Maybe Kelsey Asbille couldn't commit to a full TV series and will appear in guest spots. But CBS has had months to clarify this, and they haven't said a word. Honestly, none of these theories explain the evidence as cleanly as Monica being dead. Here's why this matters for the entire Yellowstone franchise. Kayce spent 5 seasons trying to protect his family from the Dutton legacy. He didn't want to be a killer. He didn't want Tate exposed to violence. He wanted out! And now? He's leading a team of U.S. Marshals taking on cartels and race warriors in Montana with his son at his side. That's a complete 180 from everything Kayce stood for. The only thing that explains that transformation is tragedy. Monica's death would break Kayce. It would make him realize that running from violence doesn't work. It would push him to become a protector on a larger scale. And Tate joining the Marshals? That's a kid who watched his mother die and decided to make sure it never happens to anyone else. Now let's talk about the behind-the-scenes reality here. Y Marshals is moving from Paramount Network to CBS. It's shifting from a serialized drama to a weekly procedural. Luke Grymes is the star, but this show needs to be more action-heavy and less relationship-focused than Yellowstone. From a storytelling perspective, Monica's death frees up the narrative. Kayce becomes a tragic action hero. Tate becomes his partner. The show can focus on cases and missions without being weighed down by domestic drama. It's dark, but it's efficient storytelling for the format CBS wants. Look, I could be wrong. Maybe CBS is pulling the biggest misdirect in TV history and Monica shows up in the premiere perfectly fine. But everything we're seeing points to the same conclusion. That grave at East Camp is Monica's. Kayce's new beginning is him learning to live without the woman he's loved since he was a teenager. And Tate joining the Marshals is him honoring his mother's memory. Y Marshals premieres March 1st on CBS, and I have a feeling that first episode is going to hit hard. What do you think? Is Monica dead? Did they separate? Is she in hiding? Drop your theories in the comments. And if you think I'm onto something here, smash that like button and subscribe because we're covering every Yellowstone spin-off as they drop. The Dutton family curse isn't done yet. Not by a long shot. Thanks for watching. Check out these videos next where we break down everything coming in the Yellowstone universe, including the Beth and Rip spinoff and the Madison. See you in the next one.